I've gone through a bunch in the last couple of years about people taking work that I created and then selling it and creating new businesses from it. And I felt upset and hurt and I felt violated, I guess that's the word. And I held some resentment and blame about it. Honestly, it still comes up. And every time it comes up, I'm committed now to continue to make choices as if, and then to see the what is opened up for me and the blessings that is opened up for me and new opportunities that's opened up for me. But when I'm on my worst side, my dark days, I go to blame and I go to resentment. But when I'm mindful, I make the choice to go to a different direction and see what were the possibilities. See, that's the trick. That's the trick. To know your truth, but not let it lead you to blame. Not let those situations lead me to blame. Not let those situations take me down. I still can stand with my principles of knowing that people taking things from me or taking things from other people is not the principle I want to live in my life. And I don't justify it by saying things, that's just life, or that's the way it is, or that's the way people are. I don't go there. You don't have to go there and play idiot, so to speak, without principles and just play into the drift of the everyday everyone. You don't have to do that. You can still live with your principles. Like, I think that that's not the kosher thing to do or the right thing to do. I can still live with that. But I don't let that take me into being self-righteous to the point I become cynical and angry and diminish my own well-being. There's always room for another viewpoint, a more positive viewpoint. You might have to look for the positives in it for a little while, but if you take the position of as if that I have some choices in my attitude and ways of being and how I respond to all of it, then you got more power. Your responsibility is to state your own stake in the ground, where you're going to live from. Your choice to put the paints on the canvas as you see fit. You can do that. Nobody else can do that for you, and nobody else can take that away from you either. Nobody can take away from you your choice of the attitude and the way you're going to address life. Nobody. That is within your domain. You don't have to force people to live by your truths. You don't have to get righteous about it. You simply do not have to travel down the same road of hurt that many people travel down. No matter what the situation, you only live once, and this is it. This is it. How are we going to live it? And as for creating compassionate, beautiful relationships, which I know all of you really want to do, create beautiful, beautiful relationships. So if you take the personal responsibility stance and that I choose to be understanding, and you show up that you understand, you tend to evoke love. And the situation will magically change before your very eyes in those relationships. It's not that they changed, but you created a context for them to be brought forward. So in your relationships, shift the attitude there too, and choose to be understanding, compassionate, and present and being there, and people will come forward. Very powerful. George Bernard Shaw, one of the British authors, one of my favorite pieces he does is The True Joy in Life. He also says something else that depicts this clear view of responsibility from the content perspective. And he said that people are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in the world are the people who look for the circumstances they want. And if they can't find them, they make them. I thought that was very, very profound and wise. And it's a great reminder to me. It's liberating to take responsibility for the content and the context of your experience in life.